Dear friends, many of you already know about the Share Your Care Fund. Thanks to this fund, people from all over the world help Ukrainian Vaishnavas to get through the horrors of war. In this video, we will travel with you to one of the hundreds of places on the territory of Ukraine where help is provided to refugees who suffered because of the hostilities. For already more than 100 days, our Vaishnava educational center in Mayapur has been a shelter for almost 200 devotees who have been here all this time on a permanent basis, and also for many devotees who have stayed here temporarily. Since the very first days of war, it was clear to us that it's not enough just to give physical shelter for the body, because many devotees suffered from psychological traumas, as they lost their homes, relatives, as everything in their life they have been attached to so much no longer exists. Before the war broke out, we had sold the flat near the proving ground and bought a flat near the military airport. Everything was all right until my husband's telephone started ringing. It was ringing for some time. I didn't go to pick up the phone. And in just about 1 minute, I heard a deafening explosion. Hardly had I woken up when I saw the door flying through the kitchen into our bedroom. There was a lot of dust and smoke. What brought us luck was that our bed was located in a safe place. I am a refugee from the long-suffering city of Severodonetsk. All the city is practically destroyed, but it hasn't been taken over after more than 3 months of war. I had to stay in my completely destroyed house for 3 weeks of war, without waiting vehicles just outside my place. There was a lot of roaring all the time. The houses nearby were on fire. On the 12th of March, there was such a terrible explosion that our first and second sections of the buildings burst out into flames at once. There was no gas, no electricity, no utilities. Only 3 old ladies like me stayed in that house at that time. There were 7 sections of the building and nobody else was around. Everything was destroyed. I am from the city of Mariupol. The city was being bombed day and night at that time, especially at night. It got really difficult and scary to live there. Every moment you could use your life. Your relatives could die. All the residential buildings were horribly destroyed. It was the beginning of March, and for some reason, usually at that time it was already warm, but this time we had frosts at night. Devotees tell that they had to put a lot of warm clothes and they were leaning very close to one another to get warm and to keep warm. They took water right from the river, filtered it and drank it somehow so as not to die from dehydration. My mother and my sister with her family, her husband and her 2 children spent 2 months in Mariupol under the shelling and bombings. At that time we didn't hear anything from them. We worried very much because we knew about all the horror and shelling happening in Mariupol. Against the background of all that horror happening in the town, against the background of all the collapsing buildings and people dying, we continued holding our spiritual programs. We had kirtans, we read Bhagavad Gita, we chanted many rounds of the holy names. We asked the Lord, we asked Lord Nrsimhadeva for protection. Things they told me strengthened my faith in Krishna, strengthened the faith and the support that really exists. It really helped them to get through all those sufferings, all that cold and famine, all the fears and bombings under which they were living. The wave of destruction and devastation is sweeping across the villages, towns and cities of Ukraine. Many Vaishnavas have no information about the houses they used to live in because of the ongoing hostilities in those territories. My house in Mariupol is destroyed. I have no place to go back to. So I hope to connect my life with the place where I am now, at least for some time. At present, people have accommodation in comfortable hotel rooms and hostels on the territory of the community. Every room has a bathroom with cold and hot water available 24 hours a day. Each family is accommodated in a separate room. People are surrounded with care and attention that helps them to forget all the horrors of war they have been through. Our children started playing and smiling again. To provide long-term and comprehensive care of hundreds of Vaishnavas during the war is not so easy. Many devotees have lost their jobs, houses, and all their property. When evacuating, they often didn't even have time to take their personal belongings with them. That's why the community provides them with all the necessary things. We pay monthly utility bills, buy the necessary groceries, keep all the premises and service lines operational. It is especially difficult now to take care of transport needs because the price for pure fuel has increased several times and there is practically no fuel to be found on petrol stations. But the main thing, which always is there, is that we have devotees, deities, the holy name, devotional service, care and warm attitude. Being in New Mayapur, I am so happy and understand that the well-being which we used to think could be measured with some material things, actually we see real well-being here, now, 100%, pure air, pure food, pure relations, pure service. At this moment, I am very happy that I have such an opportunity to serve the deities, to serve the devotees, and to stay in this holy place. I am lucky because I know this place very well. It is the holy Dhamma where it is wonderful to be staying. Here we have devotees, the temple, the deities. Here we have all the spiritual programs and wonderful nature. The community is rather self-sufficient. Here you can develop agriculture, beekeeping, take care of the cows, get spiritual education, and make spiritual progress. Everybody likes this place. Dear devotees, the first video about New Mayapur has gone global, and we remember Mataji Indraprabha. Let's ask her how she's feeling after 3 months of staying in Mariupol. I feel great. Here I got what I wanted. A lot of service, a lot of association with devotees, service to Krishna and Prabhupada, and the main thing is to serve my spiritual master. I feel great and very happy here. Here, devotees have given me food, clothes, a safe place to live in. Everything is just wonderful. It feels as if the spiritual world. We don't know how long the situation will last. We make all possible efforts so that devotees can adjust to the new reality, can feel protection at all levels, so that they don't have physical threat, so that they psychologically can stay in the association of devotees, to have the best possible association. And the main thing is that they have spiritual protection. We are very thankful to all those who have been helping us all this time and who is still helping us. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.